Thanks, Dana. I'm still Bob Hauser. So good morning to everybody. I'd like to welcome all of you to the public release briefing for our new consensus study report, Preventing Bullying Through Science, Policy, and Practice. I thank you for joining us here in person and through our live webcast. Let me begin by expressing my thanks to the several sponsors of this project. The Centers for Disease Prevention, the Eunice Kennedy Shriver National Institute of Child Health and Human Development, the Health Resources and Services Administration, the Highmark Foundation, the National Institute of Justice, the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, the Semi J. and Ruth W. Bagan Foundation, and the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration for their support of the study. Without that kind of support from a number of institutions and foundations, we wouldn't be able to do this kind of work. I'd also like to acknowledge all of the members of the hardworking and dedicated committee volunteers and staff team, including Suzanne Lemenestrel, Francis Amankwa, Kelsey Geiser, and Annalie Gonzalez. And I will add that there's kind of a shadow committee that participates in projects of this kind as well, namely the reviewers. We have a very intensive review process, and no report leaves the academies until all of the reviewers' concerns have been satisfied. This new report from the Board on Children, Youth, and Families and the Committee on Law and Justice evaluates the state of the science on biological and psychosocial consequences of bullying, as well as the context, scope, and impact of the problem. The report also outlines next steps in prevention for policymakers, parents, educators, healthcare providers, and others concerned with the care of children. I'm pleased to introduce the chair of the Committee on the Biological and Psychosocial Effects of Peer Victimization, Dr. Fred Rivara. Dr. Rivara is the holder of the Seattle Children's Guild Endowed Chair in Pediatrics, Professor of Pediatrics and Adjunct Professor of Epidemiology at the University of Washington, and a member of the National Academy of Medicine. He's joined by two of the committee members, Dr. Sandra Graham and Catherine Bradshaw. Dr. Graham is a professor in the Human Development and Psychology Division of the Department of Education at the University of California, Los Angeles, and the University of California Presidential Chair in Education and Diversity. Dr. Bradshaw is a professor and the Associate Dean for Research and Faculty Development at the Curry School of Education in the University of Virginia. Please join me in welcoming Drs. Rivara, Graham, and Bradshaw. Thank you.